We're at Hansen Dam today. I got a lot of requests for course management type stuff. So I'm just gonna play around and I'm gonna walk you through why I hit each shot, what club I'm hitting and why, all that good stuff. Like and subscribe for more videos like this. Let's get right into it. When you're hitting driver, don't just aim at the fairway. We need to be a lot more specific with where we're trying to hit the ball. I'm aiming at the bunker left of this green. I'm not going to hit it there, but it's a great aiming point because if I do push it a little right, which I did, I'll still find the fairway. Usually the greens here are pretty firm and they sort of release after the initial hit, but no release today because the greens are punched. Still dealing with the punch greens. I know it'll help in the long run and they'll be pure, but today, little bumpy. Glad to have a par on one. Anytime you make a par on the first hole, that's a good sign. This is a reachable par 5 that I tried to swing out of my shoes and absolutely duck hook the shit out of it. And better be lucky than good. It hit a fucking tree and kicked out into the middle of the fairway, but I am far away. Honestly, I like this club and I felt like I could get it up pretty close to the green, so that's why I'm hitting 3-wood here. If you're not comfortable, just lay it up. It's 275. If you hit it 175, you have 100 in. But I banged 3-wood. Went through the bunker. Here I am, kind of short of the green. Just trying to get this on. Doesn't release enough again because I keep forgetting the greens are punched. Thought this was a really good putt. Just didn't go in. Also, when the greens are punched or a little slow, just play everything straight. There's not going to be a lot of break. Tattooed this drive. I'm lined up on the left side of the tee box because I want my ball to start right and come back left. If you line up on the left for a draw, you'll have more room. Got like 60 yards, I think, to the middle. This was like 50-ish yards to the flag. 61-degree wedge. Toss a little dart in there. Always nice to have a tap-in bird. Uphill. This is usually a really hard hole. On most par 3s, honestly, I'm aiming for the middle of the green, which is exactly what I did here. And the middle of the green never moves, so uphill for birdie. On lag putts, guys, the line is, secondary. Speed's got to be first. If you're not focused on speed, you're fucking up. Now you can see here, this is a hole that you have to hit a draw on. So my rehearsal is the through swing and the through swing feeling of a draw. That's the most important part of practice swings. Cut the corner here. Ball is way below my feet, which usually means it's going to go right. I shut the face here, kind of overcompensated, and it went left. Totally fine, though. I'm on the green. This is a hard hole. A 2-putt is going to be great here downhill. Again, just focus on speed when you're lag putting. The line is honestly not as important. This is a hard hole because if you go right at all, you're in what we call fucking jail. So I piped one. I absolutely shed my goo on this drive. Felt fucking great. Have a 3-wiggle into this green. Probably should have hit a hybrid, but I felt like there was so much fucking wind. So I went with the 3-wood and I cooked it. Let him cook. Cooked it. Yeah, everybody's like, great shot. Landed at the front and trickled off the back. When the green's running away from you, don't ever try to put too much spin on the ball because at some point the spin's going to stop and the hill's going to take over. So always go with kind of like a bump and run and just land it shorter, which is what I did. Rolled out a little too much, but still have a birdie putt, and it's uphill. If I try to put spin on that and it stops short, I've got like 20 feet downhill. That's not good. So managed to convert that. That's like a little bonus there. Love to see it. This is a downhill par 3 that plays into the wind. I backed off because I realized I was a little too close to the ball and I was going to play a hook. I really was thinking hook and I reset because, there's no penalty for resetting. So I reset and I thought, let me hit a nice fade in here, which I actually think turned out to be a draw. Yeah, the ball's drawing. It felt like a fade to me, but yeah, nice little controlled shot in here. Always back off if you don't feel comfortable. I think part of golf is when we're uncomfortable, we want to get shit over with really quickly. So we just hit, but reset. I had this right on line. The greens are punched. You can see I'm starting to get a little frustrated with the aeration because, yeah, putting's already hard enough. Went for a big old draw here. Started right, did not draw. Club face must have been open. That is a block, sir. That is a straight block. So, yeah, blocked it out. Still have a shot here. I'm going low. There's so many fucking trees. I was just thinking go low. The ball kind of jumped up on me, and it literally went through like a 2 centimeter wide gap in this tree. That is, again, rather be lucky than good. Just off the back here. Can't believe that shot fucking got through, but I will take it. Yeah, I mean, that's okay. Not terrible, not great. I spent like a really long time trying to make this putt because I wanted to keep the momentum going, and honestly, this felt like one of my best putting strokes of the day, but punch greens, dude, it's not going to fucking break. Par, or sorry, not a par, bogey, fine, whatever. This is the hardest hole in the course. This is number 9. It used to be number 18. They used to have the side switched, and this was a horrible hole to end on. 450, straight uphill from the tips, a little into the wind, and my man cooks again. Yeah, that's like, you know, Popeye needs his spinach, man. I needed to keep shedding. So 450 here. What do I have? 142 left, uphill, still smoking the spinach, and I just juiced a pitching wedge. Swung as hard as I could because the flag was red and didn't want to go long. Threw an absolute dart. Absolute dart. Love to see the conversion for bird, especially on the toughest hole in the course. That genuinely feels like a 2-shot swing for me because I was expecting bogey. This is a really stupid hole. This is a gimmicky hole. It's straight uphill. You can't really find a good way to play it, so I just try to hit it as far as I can so that I'm closer. With a really uphill hole, you have to understand that when the ball's coming into the green, it's going to be coming in much lower than a normal shot, so it's going to release a lot more. So I tried to sort of play this a little shorter for that release. Didn't actually make it onto the green. If you've played Hansen Dam, you know that this hole is fucking bullshit. Stupid hole. Just want to keep going, honestly. Get me away from this green. Par, fine, whatever. Downhill, par 4, into the wind, cooked another drive. This ends up hitting a tree a little bit left of the green and going through. I would have had a much better chance on the next shot of getting up and down if the flag was a little further into the green. But the worst thing that I could have done here from like a bad lie in this long grass is miss the green. I mean, I'm already close, so I sacrificed trying to hit like a perfect flop just to make sure that I'm putting and on the green. I tried to let the hill feed this into the hole, but dude, the greens are punched. Getting a little frustrated with the punched greens, but oh, good thing they were punched, otherwise I wouldn't have fallen in. And guys, this is my new training aid. Working title is the infinity rope. I'm going to play a hole with it. This setup is to help a flying elbow. Yes, you can actually hit golf shots with it. You can also put it around your waist to see your hip line. You want to make sure that those hips are pointed square to the target when you finish your shot. And probably my favorite application is right here, Trail Arm Trainer. It's great for pitching. It helps you keep your trail arm close to your body. And honestly, I fucking made an all natty birdie wearing the training aid. The entire thing was going to kind of do it for promo purposes, but yeah, it really fucking works. So that's coming soon. This is a super downwind par 4. Must hit it a little bit right to left, but can't go left. So I really aimed right, and I managed to cut this corner. This thing rolled out like 346 yards or something. 61-degree wedge. When the flag is red, people, that's just kind of telling you that you can't miss short because then you won't be on the green. So I hit it a little further than what the number was just because I wanted to make sure I had a putt. Another great roll. Punch greens. Putt not going to go in, but on one of the harder holes on the course, par is a good score. Missed this one right, trying to get after that drive. The wind made the miss a lot worse. Honestly, this video was supposed to be like course management. I think it's kind of turned into like mental game because I think what people don't realize is that managing your mental game is course management. Like, for instance, here I didn't try to go for the green. I knew I probably couldn't hit it, so I just wanted to put myself in a good position for my next shot. Um, you got to play the chances. Good players play the chances, and chances are realistic expectations. Look at the ball hop right there. Dude, we were dying. So funny. You got to laugh at this shit. There's a lot in golf that you actually can't control. So just laugh it off. Shout out students for this super comfy jacket. As you can see, I had to put it on because it started fucking blowing wind. 7-iron, I tried to knock this down, came up way short. Way more wind than I thought there was. But again, managing expectations, is course management. That's what I was sort of saying before. For instance, I'm super fucked here. I'm on the upslope. I'm going to take a gap wedge because when you are on the upslope and swinging up in a bunker, naturally that's going to add loft to your shot. So you need to take a club with less loft since you're going to be adding loft through the shot. And again, course management here, like if I had really tried my hardest to hit that bunker shot to 2 inches, I might have sculled it over the green. I already made the mistake off the tee, so I just wanted to make sure that I hit that shot onto the green so I have a putt for par. So bogey. That's fine. I made a huge error off the tee. Keep those mistakes to bogeys. Don't try to be a hero and, turn that bogey into a triple. This, for me, since this was a little downwind, I'm going to pull driver here every time. There's been times where it's into the wind and I'll hit an iron off to the right, but I managed to push this 330 plus up next to the green. Nice solid pitch shot up here, and confidence just oozing out of me. I think that's what I'm talking about when I say shedding goo. I'm literally shedding all my goo right now. 6-iron, even though it's 169. I usually hit this club 200, but it's super into the wind. Yeah. So the number you usually hit a club when you're like sauced at Topgolf and hitting it perfectly, that's not, the number the club's always going to go. Try to take your ego out of it and figure out, like, based on the conditions, what club you should hit. Putt Cashman, Sir Putt Cashman. My buddy Alex had just putted for birdie about 5 feet away from me, same line as me. So I had a good idea of the line. And again, punch greens, the ball is not going to turn. So you can't go left off this tee box. It's left is OB. I had a decent score going, great score going. So I pushed it right. Straight would have been better, but here I am pretty much fucked in between the tall grass and the dirt, ball above my feet. 8-iron from like 155 or some shit. I was shocked at how good the contact was on this. I just wanted to get the ball back in play. Anything near the green would have been a bonus. The fact that this bounced up short was a good break, a really good break. And just take your time when you're chipping, and just focus mostly, I'd say, on landing spot. I'm always just focused on landing spot. So happy to get this up and down for a par. 18 is a tough finishing hole. It's a lot easier if you hit it straight. I did not, so I had to grind a little bit here.
I'll take it. All right. Even though there was punch greens, I managed to go dummy low. Thanks so much for following along. Hit that like and subscribe button. Tons more videos coming your way. Peace.